Hello. Hello, welcome to S7 Tips. Sorry, I just forgot to post the link of my stream. That's a Telegram group. Sorry. We are seeing some sort of nice moves. Let's start first. Let's do our bone analysis. Market just went up at this area, and now there is a chance that it may uh, continue its move to the downside. Okay. On weekly time frame, right now, GJ is at an area where it can get some rejection. On daily time frame, if you look at the daily time frame, this is a clear area of rejection from where it can just give us some sort of bounce. Okay. So before taking any entry right now, just by seeing the impulse, just let me finish the then analysis, then I will give you the answer, Arjun. Just give me minutes. So here we are seeing some sort of earlier, if you look at the earlier transaction, we had a rejection at around this area. We had some sort of rejection at around these areas also. Okay. And if you look at this area, so you can clearly see the market came down, retest, rejected, then again broke through this area and again went up and get the rejection, went up, and now the market is at the same. So here we can see some sort of rejection. Okay. But there is also chance that the market may go this area and continue its move to the downside. We will be waiting patiently. Okay. Because on 13 minutes, it was looking quite bearish. Okay. But if you look at a daily time frame, we are having on a weekly time frame, we are clearly at an area of resistance. You can see this thing clearly. Here we have an area of resistance. Okay? This is an area of resistance which is made by 3 weeks body. So this is a strong area of resistance. So taking any at this area will be a risky one. Okay, so let's wait patiently before taking any trade in GJ, because it is looking quite bearish, no doubt. It is looking very bearish. But at this area, is it worth to take the trade or not is a question. So, in my opinion, I would like to just wait for a clean break of that area. Because I can see that at this area we are having some sort of rejection from the past. And see how the on a 4-hour time frame also you can see so many times the market has rejected this area. To look at all these areas, so we are having rejections from these areas. See, rejection, rejection, rejection. So at this area we should be very careful before taking any entry. You can see the market just came down at this area. Well, look at this area. See how well it acts as a resistance. Look at this area. So these are the areas which is telling us that it can give us a strong push. So we will not be taking any trade right now. We will be just waiting for the market to show its hand. And if the market rejected from this area, we are having a resistance on 4-hour time frame, which is somewhere around this area. So once we get any sort of rejection candle, okay, and if we like to take the trade, so our exit will be somewhere near this area. So we can see on a 4-hour time frame, we have a nice rejection at this area. How many times market has rejected? Once, twice. So these are the breakouts. You see, these are the breakouts. These are the actual rejection areas. Okay, again the market came down and rejected from this area. So you can see what the market does in US 30. So in US 30, let's look at the US 30 closely. So in US 30, what I told yesterday also that we had a resistance on a weekly time frame at this area. Okay, we had a resistance, market just first market broke this resistance, the second the market retested this area so many times that was not able to continue its move to the downside. Previous week, the market tried to continue its move to the downside, but unfortunately it could not continue its break this low and make a lower move. It just went up and broke this resistance area. Just give me a second. Let me just check the mic. Is it okay now? Is it okay now? Okay. I'm trying my best. I don't know what happened in my mic. Everything was perfect the day before yesterday. Is it edible or no change? So let's do our analysis. Then I don't know what just happened in my mic. I have to, after the stream, I will be just checking it again because everything was perfect before I started the stream.
Is
Is
it
it
okay?
okay? Is it okay now?
Is it okay now?
Is it okay now?
Is there any difference or it is just similar?
Is it okay now? Is it okay now?
I think now it this is much better than the previous one. Okay, I think this is much better than the previous. This is much better than the previous one. Okay, I think this is much better than the previous. Sorry, I will be just checking after the stream. I will be just start rechecking it again because yesterday there was also a problem, but I thought that it was just a simple small problem. I did not notice it, but I can see that it is giving a hard time to understand what I'm saying. So in US 30 we can see that the market has just rejected from this resistance area. Okay, but it could not break this market structure and just break the resistance to the upside and continuing its move to the upside. So that's a good thing. Let's go to the daily time frame. On daily time frame, we had this sort of resistance area. If we, this is a weekly resistance area, but on a daily resistance area, if you refine it, so after refinement, we are getting this thing. Okay. After refinement, we are getting this sort of thing where the market just break this structure. We can see on the daily time frame, this is quite clear that the market has just broken this structure, and this was a retest yesterday. This was a retest. Okay, and then now the market is just continuing its move to the upside. Once we go to the 4-hour time frame, what we can see that we had a resistance area at this place, and then we had some sort of resistance at this area. Okay, we had also some minor resistances at around this area. So what the market did today, the market just broke it yesterday only, and then gave us some sort of range just above the actual range of 4-hour, and now the market is showing some sort of continuation of the move. On the left, we have some sort of clear traffic. Okay, till this area, at least till this area, we have a clear traffic. Okay, once the market reach this area, there is a chance that we may see some sort of rejection, because you know, this is the area from where the market previously just gave us this sort of move. So today also there is a high chance that the market can again give us a strong rejection from this area. But if you ask from me, then the long-term move must reach till this area before before coming down. Okay, long-term vision is like the market to reach till this area. If you look at the 1-hour time frame, again we are having the clear picture in a 1-hour time frame. We had this resistance area. Okay, so these are the major zones on a 4-hour. These are the major zones. Okay, these are the minor resistances, and this resistance has just you can see this is the clear break from this resistance area. Okay, and now it is showing some sort of move to the upside. So it is showing some sort of move to the upside. Let's go to a 30-minute time frame. We can see that in 30-minute time frame also, this was a nice break. Then the market came down, retested this resistance area, and now it is showing some sort of continuation of the move to the upside. On a 50-minute time frame, we can see that market is showing some sort of move to the upside, continuation of the move. Let's go to the gold. In GJ, see, we expected that there must be some sort of bounce from this area. We get that bounce. Okay. So right now we are having a bounce from the area we have analyzed. So let's wait. Let's go to the gold. On gold, we had already marked these areas. So market has just rejected from our monthly resistance area, and now it is showing some sort of move to the upside. On a weekly time frame, if you can see that this is a high This is a strong resistance area. The market just came down, retested this area, and now showing some sort of continuation of the move. So once the market, so to the upside, right now the gold is also at a resistance area on the weekly time frame, because if you look at this area, the market came down, stayed at this area for some time, and like 3-4 times before continuing its move to the upside. And again the market came down at this area, rejected from this area. On a daily time frame, if you look at a daily time frame, we can see that the market has reached an area of resistance. See, this was a weekly time. I marked this resistance area on a weekly time frame. We can see that the market has rejected once, twice, and 3 times on this weekly time frame. If you look at a daily time frame, the market exactly came and rejected from this area. So we had, if you look at the 4-hour time frame, you can clearly see that this is a 4-hour resistance area, and see how well the market came down, retest this resistance area before continuing its move to the upside. Okay, but now the market has reached an area from where it can get a rejection, and see, we are getting that rejection from this area. So we can see that market has just rejected from this area. So we will be waiting patiently for the close of a 30-minute candle. On US 30, we are having some sort of resistance, but on the left, we have a clean area. So just wait and see what it does. Okay, so Arjun, are you still on the stream? So these two trades I was in, okay, and I am still in these trades because I told you I just done the complete analysis, okay, of US 30, and once when it broke this once it break this resistance area with this sort of volatile like very strong candle, when the market broke this resistance area with this sort of candle, I was like, okay, I want to be in the trade. Okay, so I took the trade somewhere at around this area, this trade, but like in the morning when I get this sort of candle, I just try to take this trade. Okay, and one more trade I had already placed a buy limit, like, so I took one more trade at around like first trade was after this sort of move to the upside. My second trade, when I saw market came down, okay, and when I saw on a 30-minute time frame, my stop loss was below this 30-minute candle, okay, and when I saw this rejection, I wanted to be in that market. I took the trade, okay, and as it was like about to close, so it just gave me some range, but I was determined with my analysis, because as the market on the daily time frame, we had a nice market came down, rejected from this area, went up. So I had in my mind that there is a high chance that the market will continue its move to the upside, okay, tomorrow or like from today only. So I just took this trade, and the market came down, and once the market again went rejected from this area, retest this area, and once the market rejected from this area, I just took one more trade at around this area. And when I took this trade, my both the stop losses was just below the range. market just give me some drawdown, and now the market is just going in my favor because my analysis was pretty much solid. I believed in my analysis. I saw that there is nothing to do a second doubt on my analysis. So I just opened 2 trades. Okay. And right now I have made both the trades break even. Let me just show you. So these are the 2 trades these are the 2 trades which is still running. In both the trades, my I don't have any risk on the table. Okay. I have just made these trades break even trade, and I am waiting for the market to reach anywhere till these areas. Once the market reaches these areas, I would like to I will be looking for the close of my one order, and I will let my another order to just continue to the upside. This is some sort of higher time frame trade, I would say. Okay, because on a 4 hour I saw a nice bullish close. Okay, on a 30-minute I saw this was a close, nice bullish close, break these resistances. I took the trade. These are just in gold. So, when we get this sort of move in the gold, so we should be very careful, because anytime it can just retrace, because the movement of gold is quite unpredictable. Not unpredictable, but it is very tough to predict gold. We are having a resistance area, but I will be just waiting patiently before taking any trade right now, because the market and why I want to wait, because the market is clearly very bullish. Okay, and let's suppose I take any entry right now. Market is very bullish, and let's suppose I take any entry. So there is a high chance that if the market continues its move to the downside, so sorry, to the upside, it may take me out. So this rejection can be a false rejection, because this can be a retest on a hourly resistance area. This is a resistance area on hourly time frame, so this can be a retest, just as a simple retest on an hourly time frame before continuing its move to the upside. So let's just wait patiently. I have just exited my both the positions at around this area, and the reason is that the reason for this, if you look at a weekly time frame, you can see on a weekly time frame we had a clear resistance at around this area. Okay. First, the market has some sort of resistance at around this area, and then we had a resistance at around this area. Okay, and if I look at a 15-minute time frame, I not convinced with the move. Like, look how weak it is moving. This is the pure reading price action, because look at the way it is moving. Is it looking like it is a very healthy move? Do you look it as a very healthy move? No, I don't see it as a very healthy move. Anytime it can just in just 40 minutes NYSE is about to open, and after seeing this sort of move, there is a high chance that we can get a big black candle like this. No, anytime, because this is not a very healthy move. And when I saw on a weekly time frame, we had some sort of resistance area. If you look at this area, if you look at these areas, here we have a gap up. Okay, so the market has reached to this area, and now it is struggling to continue its move to the upside. It may continue, but after looking at the market, it was not giving me that sort of confidence to continue its move. And it was I was already in a, like, in both the trades I was 1:2, 1:2. Okay, so I don't want to just again, because in this trade I was for like 10 hours. I am in this trade, so I do not want to just what is this line? Okay, it is my black candle. So I do not want to just stay any long in these trades, because it is not giving me any sort of continue. Nice. See, there is a very high chance that it will continue its move to the upside. Okay, but is it a healthy trend? Ask yourself. No, it is not a healthy trend. I took the trade on a higher time frame analysis. Okay, these two trades were on a higher time frame analysis on a weekly. A good example of a higher time frame analysis. See, weekly first rejected, came down, unable to break this structure. Okay, another low, and it just went up and break the structure. Once it breaks this structure, I went to the daily time frame, and on daily time frame I saw that this candle had break the resistance of this weekly, and then this candle came and retested this area. So I was like, okay, now we have got the break, we have got the retest. Now what's left? The only thing which is left is just the move which is pending. So I went to the hourly time frame, and I saw that on our hourly time frame the market has also retested this area on our hourly time frame also. Yesterday I took two trades. One I took at around this area. Like when I saw when the market breaks this low, I was like, okay, market, there is a chance that the market may retest this area, but just by some pip it did not hit my take profit. I had my stop loss between these areas. Okay, it came down, it retested this area and continued. Okay, so it was a higher time frame trade, I would say, not a like intraday trade. But as I was already, it's already Friday, and I don't want to end my week with a loss, or like with having a good profit and just let it go. I don't want to just end my week like that. Okay, so I just closed these two trades. US like GJ is falling, but again I would say that it has already like given us a lot of move, and now it has, the trend is not looking very healthy. If you look at a 15-minute, like these are the sort of things, you know, look what happened here. This is the thing. See, look what happened here. We get a big black candle, and the same thing is happening in US30 also. Look, isn't it some sort of similar scenario? We are just left to get a nice black candle, like here in getting GJ. Like, see how we get this. So when I saw, like, in US30 also, my actual take profit was somewhere at around this area. I just deleted it. But you know, after seeing the market, I thought that no, it is not worth to wait for more time, because you know the price action is not allowing me to wait. There is a chance that it can just give a strong move to the down. After this break, we have not get a single full body candle. Look, big wick at the bottom, big wick at the top, big wick at the top, big wick at the bottom, and again this is like, so these are the signs that that is telling me that anytime it can just give us a big black candle and may give us a bigger retracement before continuing its move to the upside. So I took, if you look at my history, so I took 2 trades only today. Okay. And I closed one with a $613 and other with a $572. Okay. And the analysis was quite simple. Not like, I would not say that it is a very like easy analysis, but like if you have some experience in the market, you will be definitely you could definitely catch this trade. Okay. But this was an analysis which, you know, my previous analysis was also like, I would say that I'm doing good analysis, because my previous analysis was also like that the market has a pending move to the upside, but still it wanted to just retest this area. Okay, and it just came down, retest this area. See, this is the area it wanted to retest, came down, retest this area, and then just bounced from here. Okay, my stop loss was, see, if I draw a zone like this, so when you go to a 30-minute time frame, I just try to mark like a line between these two lines, and my expectation is that it will reach till that line, and because of that it just did not hit my take profit, and I had to close it manually somewhere at like break even. And in this I had opened 2 positions, like today also I just opened 2 positions. Okay, it's sort of a scaling. First I opened here, then the market came down, and when I saw the again move in my direction, I just opened a 1 position at around this area. Yesterday also I opened 2 positions. First was around this area, stop loss was around this area, and when this market started breaking this resistance area, I just opened 1 more position at around this area. Both the stop losses was above it. Okay, and my take profit was somewhere at around 1:1. Like both the take profit was, this was 1:2, and the next was at least I think 1:1. Okay, but unfortunately the market just by some pip it did not hit my take profit and just reversed from here only. So it took me out. Like I just closed it manually somewhere at around like 300 loss with these 2 trades. I can show you. Let me just. So these were two trades. You can see these both was a US30 trade. I lost almost at around like 380 or like $350, 350 or $40. So in these 2 trades, I closed it manually, you know. And if I can show you, just by some pip, it did not hit my take profit, you know. Like I could, my take profit was somewhere at around this area. Let me just show you. Okay, it was like 10 pips away. Here I would say that I just closed it manually, both the trades at around this area. Okay, I think both I closed at around this area only. Yep, I closed both of my trades at around this area when I saw that it, because I see in back of my mind, I knew that I am doing a trade which is against the trend. You know, I know that it was against the trend. So when it started retracing, I was like, okay, I don't want to stay in the trade, because you know, let's suppose in this trade, if let's suppose the market just retraced from here like this, I would, if my stop loss is at around this here, I would stay in this trade, because you know, my higher time frame analysis is coinciding with my trade. Okay, but here my higher time frame analysis was showing me that the market wants to continue up, but I am taking a trade to the downside. Okay, and when I saw a rejection, so like, okay, now it may just continue to the upside. So that is the reason why I just close it manually, both the trades. And that was my good decision, because if I will let both the trades run, it would have given me like $450 loss. So that was a good decision. In 30 minutes, US market, NYSE stock exchange is about to open. So let's wait. See this thing, I was fear of about this thing. That is the reason why I did not say or did not place any pseudo trade at around this area, because I knew that the market is not very, you know, I wanted, if I am taking a breakout trade, the market must be like this. No, this is the good place to take any sort of trade. But these are like, okay, these are okay market. Anytime it can just give you a deeper pullback and just take you out. Whether it take a trade at around this area or on the break of this. If you look at 30-minute time frame, this was a fake out. Somebody has, let's suppose, place their sell stop at around this area, then it would be a loss. If you look at a 4-hour time frame, this is a, here we are having a clean resistance area. Parmesa, are you still on the stream or? Is my audio better or I need to improve it? Is my audio better or I need to improve? Oh, why it is catching a background noise? No, Akash, it was not good at the beginning. I just did some changes, then it improved. The voice quality was not okay, but I did some changes and it just improved. There is still some problem in my voice because it is not able to filter my voice completely. Are you guys also able to hear any noise? But I am seeing that it is catching a lot of background noise. It's catching all the sounds. Like, this is not good. Okay. Because when I try to remove all the background noise, my voice starts breaking. When I try to eliminate when I try to eliminate all the background noise, it becomes very my voice starts becoming blurry. I should have stayed for some time in US 30. I took the trade in US 30 today, but in 15 minutes it was completely showing the mess. It was just showing weakness, weakness, weakness. So I did not want to wait for long because anytime it could give me a deeper pullback. I was already in a good profit, so I did not want to just lose that profit. Sometimes I think that I should make a strategy which revolves around fib, because see, with this strategy there is a problem that it is very difficult to catch some like punish to move, you know. And when I started this strategy, my thinking was that win rate will be everything. Like I will play on win rate. But the problem which I faced psychologically, which is that once I get one or two loss, so my losses is somewhere at around 2%. And to make this 2% back, I had to win around like anywhere between three, not three, like 4 to 5 trade minimum. Like let's suppose 3 to 5 trade to just recover this 2%. So what I feel like, see, what anything which I'm doing, it is completely based on because if you do anything on your personal account or on a trial account, you will not be able to get that psychology. You will only be able to get that psychology if you are having like a live, like a challenge account, or you are you have taken a challenge, and then only you will be able to understand these things, the pressure which I used to feel with this sort of a strategy. No, then what I did at this time, my win rate was somewhere at around 75 to 80%. Okay. I used to book at around 0.4 to 0.6 or 0.7. Okay, I used to book this much. But what I feel that when I look at the US30, how it is going up, anytime it can give us like a big move to the downside anytime, because this sort of move is unable to sustain for so long. It happens very rarely that this sort of move sustain. Anytime it can just fall down, because the 5 minute must be very, it must look like this. The 5 minute also must look like this. So this is a sustainable move, but this is like a move which is just exponential growth, this sort of thing. So usually this sort of thing does not go long. Let be, because I'm out of the trade, so let it be. So what I was talking about, where it went. Yep. So I was talking about, so what I did, I just started, first I did this, I was getting like good result, but the problem was that this is the first thing which I did. Okay, and it sustained somewhere around 2 months. Okay, because earlier in my, like, I started live stream with this sort of money management. Okay, but the problem I faced with this sort of money management, that when I, because it is very difficult to avoid losing a streak, believe me, and especially when you are on a like challenge, or like you are having your live account, so additional pressure builds up, and that additional pressures like will lead you to do like mistakes, lead you to do certain mistakes. So I was also feeling that once I get 1 or 2 losses, so it becomes very difficult to get back those wins. Okay, those losses. So first I started this, then I just, on second scenario, I just use some trend line fibs, but when you do those sort of things, then I started getting some extra losses. So I just removed those things, and then I started opening 2 positions. One, I used to close at around 50%, and other I used to let run at the zone. With with this sort of thing also, I was not able to look at. I think it must be reaching somewhere around this area or at around this area. So then I started doing this zone sort of thing. I used some, like, I closed my 50%. I started opening two positions, closed my 50% at one area and other 50% at around the zone. Okay, but in this thing also it was like my win rate started decreasing, and when the market is in not volatile, when the market is volatile you will be able to get some nice profits, but when the market is not volatile, so it becomes very difficult. It becomes very difficult to like get some good profits when the market is not volatile. Okay, so here comes the third scenario. Now I started booking my take profit like minimum 1:1 or like 0.8 to 0.9 or 1:1 or above it. So what I'm seeing with this sort of strategy, like booking 1:1, I am like more like not, I would not say that I'm at a break even, but I'm slightly up at above the break even. I'm slightly above the break even. Like it would be like you can say that 1 or 2% up from the break even. 1 or 2% up from the break even. So I am not getting like, see, my goal is very clear. I want a strategy which leads me to pass a challenge at least, like at least 8 months out of 12 months. Okay, 4 months, you know, it is very difficult to pass like challenge every month, you know, like because some months are like December, November, like July. These months are very difficult months. So in these months it becomes very difficult to pass any sort of challenge in these months. So my expectation is like I want to pass the challenge 8 times out of the 12 times. Like I want to pass the challenge 8 times in 1 year. So this is, you know, because see, if you are having a challenge account, let's suppose I passed a challenge account, but if I lose this challenge account and then again I try to pass that from the challenge, again I try to pass that challenge account, so it becomes very difficult for me to pass that challenge account again. It may take like 2-3 months to pass that challenge account with gorilla strategy. And with this strategy also I'm not getting that sort of like result which I was expected, you know. If you look at the other streamers like Raza Bank, or they just scalp, you know, and it is very difficult to just copy their style, you know. You can try, but it is a difficult task to copy their style. Other strategy, I also like other YouTubers. I also watched the other YouTubers, like they used to just close their half of the position, like 80% at around 10 pips. Some traders just close it at around 10 pips. It doesn't matter like what is their risk, they will close their 10 pip at around 10 pips. It doesn't matter whether he has taken like he has risked at around 80 pips or 70 pips. He will close his trade at around 10 pips. So this is what it is. I am at a place where I have to make a decision whether I should continue with this or I should start looking for something else. Because I with this strategy I have spent almost like 3 months, 3 or 4 months, 2 months live streaming, and before streaming I had already back tested and traded it for like 2 months. So this sort of candle was missing. If I would be getting one this sort of candle, then it would be a very nice profit for me today. I just closed my trade at around this area. I should have waited for one more candle. Okay, I don't have any regret because I have booked quite good profit. In gold, we are seeing some sort of rejection. So it has already reached our expected area. So our expected area was this, so it has already reached to this area. This sort of move does not sustain. This sort of move does not sustain for so long, because there is lack of market structure in this move. So we can get a strong push to the downside at any time. See, this is the thing which I was expecting. Look, look at this thing. This is the thing which I was expecting. I told you guys, like, price action was this sort of price action is not able to sustain. This was not a sustainable price action. I was expecting this sort of candle. This is the reason why I just closed it around this area only, because I knew that anytime I can get this sort of candle. It's just a matter of time when we get this candle. The price action was, see, this sort of price action is unable to sustain in long time. If you go to the 4-hour time frame, we can see that market has already reached an area of resistance where the market had like a very strong move to the downside, from where the market has started a very strong move. If you look at this area, So the market, you can see the market has reached a area where the market had already in past had a very strong move. So this was the same sort of move which we again get, and this price action was clearly telling us that uh, the market is not going to sustain to the upside. I know that anytime it can just give us a bigger pullback. My voice is clear, or is there any problem with my voice? Just give me a minute. I will be right back in just 2 minutes. Look at gold. I just wanted to enter into it at around this area. Like, Parmeshwar, after, like, let's suppose I started taking good entries, like, let's suppose I started taking some more filtered entries, then also it becomes like, the problem with the strategy is like, uh, risk to reward, the risk to reward is also very low. And if let's suppose I take, like, when you are in a challenge, so like losses will always be there. Taking 2 or 3 losses, you know, no, I don't need a like 1:5 or 1:4 risk to reward. Minimum 1:1 or 1:1.5 is also okay. This sort of thing is also okay. But the problem is that I'm not consistently able to get this thing also. See, trading a challenge account, like, is like, the psychology of trading a challenge account or trading a like normal personal account is completely different. In your personal account, if you, let's suppose you lose 50% of your capital, then also you don't have any fear that, okay, I'm like, somebody will take my account. No, there's nothing sort of that fear. If let's suppose you lose your like 50% of capital, then also you are not going to think like that. But in your challenge account or in your uh, funding account, if you get some losses, like if you get like 3 or 4 losses in a row, then you will start thinking like, oh, might, like, next trade might be also a loss. you know and if let's suppose, I'm not saying that, like, if you take 3 or 4 losses, then it's become difficult to like recover from there. But the problem is that the recovery problem happens when you just not able to get at least 1:1 or 1:1.5 or 1:2. So then this thing start like creating problem. Yep, these months are like pretty difficult month. This month lots of news. The like previous week was completely filled with news. I'm trying to why I'm trying to switch to fib, because sometimes, see, there is no problem with this strategy. I'm still up for like 1 or 2% every 1 or 2 hour, like in 1 or 2 week. Okay, but the thing is, when you get your move, let's suppose I get a nice move in any of like pair. Most of the time, let's suppose I book 1:1, or let's suppose I book 1:0.5, like 70% of the time. Let's suppose I book this sort of thing, 0.7 or 1:1. But sometimes I need at least, like in a month, at least 2 or 3 times, 2 or 4 times. I need 1:4 or 1:5. I need this. Then only you will be able to make the thing make this thing for the prop firms. Believe me, most of the time your your strategy will be like break even, 1:1, 1:1, 1:2, some losses, some profits. It will keep going. But the trades, like the 2 or 4 trades which you are going to take, like 1:3, let's suppose you take like 4 trades of 1:3, it will give you like 12%. Okay, so your strategy must be like that, that at least 2 or 4 times you in a month. I'm not saying that daily you should get this sort of thing. At least 2 or 4 times in a month you should get at least 1:3 or 1:4, or at least 1:2. Okay, let's suppose 4 times in a month you get 1:2, then also you will be able to make 8%. And with fib, see, losses still in this strategy also I'm getting losses I'm not able to eliminate it. This will be the part of the game. So with fib, what I like in that strategy, like any fib strategy, most of the time you will be getting 1:1, 1:0.5, 6. But sometimes when the market is in your favor and you get a nice volatile move, there's a chance that you can easily get 1:5 or 1:4. Not every time, but like once or twice in a week. Okay, and that once or twice in a week will give you some good percentage. you know and that is the only reason I like fib strategy. Like, I'm thinking to give it a chance again, but with I will not be just implement that strategy straight away. I will be just doing some back testing first. Okay, like not, or if let's suppose I implement that strategy on my chart, then I will decrease my risk to just $50, 0.01%. That's it. Not so, no, no, sorry, 0.1%. This will be my risk on each trade. If let's suppose I want to implement that strategy, but I have given like 3 months to this strategy, and I am not seeing any significant thing which will lead me to pass, like which will lead me to achieve my goal. And this is the fact. I am somehow able to pull out some percentage, some profits. Okay, but these are not the profits which I wanted to make with this sort of account or with this sort of trade. Like, you know. So my long-term goal, this strategy is not resonating with my long-term goal. Parmeswar, how is your result? Like, how you are looking at this strategy? See, one thing I learned from this strategy, which is like, which I never experienced. Like, I always try to learn this thing, but I never able to learn that thing, and that is a top-down analysis. You know, I started my analysis from daily time frame. Okay, like monthly time frame, then weekly, then daily, then 4 hour, then 30 minute, 50 minute. That is the like the most important thing which I learned from this strategy, like 2 3 months. Like, because you know that is the important thing. If you are doing any day trading strategy, sitting 3 hours and just trying to make some money, so the most important thing is to know how to do a top-down analysis. No, and this strategy, by applying this sort of thing, I just learned how I can do my top-down analysis. So the reason why I took this trade, if you look at a 5 minute time frame, so I took this trade because you know we had a double bottom. Okay, we had a resistance, and this double bottom formed exactly at the resistance. Okay, so we had a double bottom at resistance. The market went up, came down. Okay, on this candle it just came down, retested this area, and now it went up. So when I saw that the market has just already retested this area, okay, and now so trying to continue its move to the upside. So when I see this candle, I wanted to place an order somewhere around this area. When I see this candle was completely bullish, placed an order. Stop loss, take profit would be somewhere around this area. So I took this order. So that is the reason why I took this entry. It was just a double bottom, and retest entry. Are you getting good results? Like, how are you? How is your result on daily basis or on weekly basis? How is it? Are you satisfied with it? Because if you ask from me, like I traded this strategy for almost 3-4 months, but I'm not very much satisfied with it. The reason might be different, but like I am not a lot satisfied with it. What about you? Like how, because it depends person to person. Some, like, see, I am not able to like make good profits with this sort of this strategy, but like Raza Bank is making like ton of money with this strategy only. Okay, so it depends person to person. Like I'm not liking it, but there might be a chance that you may make some good money with this strategy only. So it depends person to person. So how is your result, Parmeshwar? Are you getting like good result or what? I want to, because I also like try to spend more time on a 30-minute on or 15-minute time frame only, but like on a 30-minute also like I try to take the entry. I don't able to get like 1:1, like like 1:1 or 1:2. It is very difficult to get. Okay, okay. So you are getting good result. Nice, nice. Best of luck. Nice, nice. So the thing which I am telling, like some people, no, I'm not like it is not suiting me. But if like it suits you, then that's a good thing. A simple a breakout strategy, which a lot of streamers use. It's a simple breakout strategy. Drawing support and resistance and wait for the break to take the entry. Okay, okay. So you must have like a past experience. That's nice. That's nice. It's like if you are having, and the same thing happens with me with fib. You know, like I have traded fib for like for some quite some time. So when I use fib, I feel more comfortable. So it does happen. If you are having a past experience of any other strategy, then automatically your mind will grab that thing very easily. It will take that thing a little ease. No, I have not. Like I tried to learn like SMC from Phantom, but I thought that it is not my cup of tea. So I just like I stopped learning Phantom. Like I stopped learning SMC from them, and then like Phantom, I have not. I have heard that it is some sort of like SMC, but I have not tried it. So if the market closes bullish, so there is a high chance that it will continue its move to the upside. Because the lower time frame on 5 minute, I had like double bottom retest, and now I am expecting some sort of continuation of the move. Yep, I'm thinking so. I'm thinking so. Because I have like I tried like 2 or 3 months with this sort of a strategy, but I'm not getting a like good result. I'm some sort of break even, you know. So I'm thinking so. Like, see, everything will be same. I will be using a stop loss or like top down analysis. I will be using support resistance. Okay, but my entry will be like I'm thinking about it. I like right, today is Friday, so I have my, because you know with this strategy also I am able to make my account positive. If you look at my account, so it is still like I am able to make this account a positive, or like I am able to pull some profits. Okay, so that is the thing. But yeah, like I have 2 days to think about it. And if, let's suppose, but I'm thinking about it, believe me, because you know I'm trading this thing with, see, believe me Parmeswar, if you are like if you are trading your own capital, then okay, like trading a prop firm is completely different, believe me. Trading your own capital and trading prop firm is like a different thing. So because you know, like let's suppose you take 2 or 3 losses. See, I need a strategy. I am trying to make or find a strategy which has not a very big win rate like 80% or 70%. Okay, with RR of 0.5 or 7. I tried this. I was successful to get this sort of thing. Okay, I was successful to get this sort of thing, but I want a strategy which has a win rate of 40 to 50%. Okay, and RR must be somewhere at around 1 is to 1.1 is to 0.25, like 1 is to 1.25 average RR. This thing I need. I just need this thing. Okay, but right now I'm not able to get this thing. I just need a 40 to 50% accuracy, having an RR of like average 1 is to 1.25. If I get this thing with any strategy, I'm okay with it. And to get this thing, I tried like minimum 3 months, any strategy, minimum 3 months, 3 to 4 months. Then only you will be able to get a good idea of that strategy. And once I will be doing this much of trading, and if I get this sort of result, then okay, that's a good strategy. If I don't get this sort of result, then because in you know because if you trade prop firms, then your there must be a good balance between RR and win rate, because these two things is, see, with SMC and with GT the same problem. Like RR is okay, there is no issue with the RR on GT or with the SMC, but the win rate is like very low. It is somewhere at around 30 to 35. This is the fact. No matter how much people say that win rate is like, see, this is the mentor's win rate. The mentor is making like getting 30 35 R, like 35% win. Okay, students are getting somewhere at around like 25 to 33% win rate. So when you want to pass any prop firm, then there is a good balance between RR and win rate, you know. And this thing is lacking with SMC also and with Gorilla Trading also. And here the win rate is okay. If I will be, see, I tried a strategy where a win rate is somewhere at around 70 75 to 80%. Okay, I was getting this much sort of win rate, but RR was like very less. It was somewhere at around 0.4 to like 0.4 to 0.7. This was the RR. Yes, yes. With the this sort of low win rate, the chances of missing a trade is very high. Let's suppose like you are taking a 10 trades. Parmeswar like exactly say the like the good thing. Like it's a very big drawback. Like you let's suppose you are having a 10 trades in which seven trades are you're losing and three is your winner. And let's suppose somehow you just missed these two trades. Okay, so your RR will also messed up. So this is a very good point that like Parmeswar raised. Like if you missed like with a low win rate strategy, if you missed a one trade, it will just mess your entire percentage. So the thing is like I want a strategy which is having a balanced RR. I told you like I mean I need like 50 40 like to 50 RR or like 50 to 60 RR. Okay, and my win rate my win rate must be 50 to 60 or 40 to 50. If let's suppose I'm getting 50 to 60 win rate, then I need at least a 1:1.0 like 1:1.25 average RR, this sort of RR. And if I'm having a win rate of 40 to 50, then I need minimum 1:1.5 RR average, not every trade but average, you know. Then only I will be able to sustain the like prop firms for a long time, you know. If this thing is not present in a strategy and still that is profitable, then like that is not a strategy which is going to help you to like see. With any strategy there is a chance that you may pass the challenge, but the thing I want that the consistency, where is the consistency? I need consistency with my results. Okay, I want a strategy which must be very consistent, you know. I don't want a strategy that just let me pass a challenge and then after that it just start giving me lots of losses and I just let my account blow. I don't want that sort of thing. I know it is a difficult thing, you know, when you start finding a strategy or like so. Gorilla, I'm also profitable with GT, you know. I'm profitable with GT, but the problem is like what I will be doing, like if I'm not able to make good percentage or like if I'm not able to save my account, then what will be I doing that with that GT strategy? That is not my work. See, definitely it is going to take time. It is like so many trial and errors will happen. Okay, but I am pretty much like I have made my mind that I'm going to let this thing work. Okay, no matter how much time I have to invest, no matter how much money I have to invest in it, but I'm not going to leave it. And the good thing is like I'm also getting some sort of like income, you know. I'm still in a university and like I'm still able to get some income. I'm not saying that I'm getting a lot of money like but I'm still able to get some money, so that's a good thing. Okay, so see how many times it just rejected from this area. Once, twice, three times it just rejected from this area only. Okay, I don't know what the market wants. It just gave us a nice rejection, came retest this area, now it again trying to continue, came down and retest this area. Let's see what it does. Our trade is still running intact. Our trade is still intact. Okay, let's wait and see what it does. sometimes I do look GT also, because if you get any if I used, like, if let's suppose I get any continuation bullet or bullet, I like to take that trade. But from the long time I am not getting a single trade in GT, like from the very long time. I try to take the trade, but like I don't get any trade, because sometimes, like, if you take any like trade in GT, if it is like a good continuation bullet, so it can give you some good percentage also. But the problem is that not GT is also not giving any sort of trading opportunity. It is just because the market is not, if the market is not good with one strategy, so, and if that strategy is like a good strategy, then the chances the chances that with any strategy you will not be able to make money, because the market is not like that where people can easily make money. See, GJ has exhausted, but the problem is, like, other pairs are not uh, giving up. Look, if just EJ, if the EJ will just give us a, a retracement, the GJ will definitely continue its move to the upside. JPY is showing some sort of movement. What I'm by what I observed, that in NY session, if like NYSE open, when the NYSE opens, then whatever the US30 does, like the same thing, JPY also does the same thing. How many times we get the rejection? 4 times. Okay, let's wrap up this session. I will let this trade run. Okay, if I see any like weakness, okay, then I will close it manually. But right now I'm seeing a lot of rejection from this area. So, and we are having some sort of trend line at around this area. So I will be letting this trade run. Okay. Bye bye, happy trading.